Hello everyone. We are going to study in this module about the root directory. What is actually root directory? We can understand a directory using a container concept. A directory or folder acts like a container that holds files or other directories, organizing your digital workspace just like physical folders organize paperwork. We can also understand directory using a hierarchical structure where directories can be nested inside other directories, forming a tree like hierarchy that creates logical organization and prevents chaos in your file system. We can understand a directory using familiar organization. Like, think of it as a digital filing cabinet where you can create folders for different projects, documents, photos, and applications, keeping everything easy to locate. So, in modern operating systems, directories serve as the primary organizational unit for storing and retrieving information. They provide a structure to what would otherwise be an overwhelming collection of unrelated files scattering across your storage device. Now, the root directory is the starting point. So, what is the root? Let us understand first what is root. The root directory is the very top of the directory hierarchy. As you can see in the visual representation, every other directory, subdirectory starts from the root. So, it is the ultimate parent that contains everything else on your computer. It's represented by a single forward slash as it is shown on the screen. Imagine it as the foundation of a building, or the trunk of a tree. All other directories and files branch out from this single point. Every file and folder on your system can trace its path back to the root directory. Now, let us understand why it is important. See, understanding the root directory is crucial because it serves as the reference point for all file paths. Whether you are navigating the command line, configuring system settings, or troubleshooting issues, knowing where you are in relation to the root helps you work efficiently and safely. Now, visualizing the directory tree. Computer file systems are often visualized as an upside down tree structure with the root directory at the top or the trunk and branches spreading downward. This metaphor helps us understand how files and directories relate to each other. So we have a root directory, which is represented with the help of a forward slash, which is actually the trunk of the tree. That means everything stems from this single point. And then we have subdirectories, branches like slash home, slash bin, slash etc. that extend from the trunk as it is shown over here in the visual representation: home, bin, etc, var, tmp. These are all subdirectories. Then files, the leaves at the ends of the branches. That means individual documents and programs. So this hierarchical structure isn't arbitrary. It serves several important purposes. Firstly, it prevents naming conflicts by allowing the same file name in different directories. Secondly, it enables efficient searching and organization. And thirdly, it provides security through permission systems that can be applied at different levels of the tree. Now, moving on to absolute versus relative paths. So, understanding the difference between absolute path and relative path is fundamental to navigating file systems efficiently. Each has its own cases and advantages. So what is absolute path? Start from the root directory and specify the complete location of a file or directory. So they always begin with a forward slash, as you can see in the given example on your screens. So when to use absolute path? It is very important to know that when we need to use absolute path and when we need to use relative path. So first, absolute path. When we are going to use that? When you need to specify a file's exact location regardless of where you currently are in the file system. So essential for scripts and configuration files. Now moving on to relative paths. What is a relative path? Describe a location relative to your current position in the directory structure. That means they don't start with a slash. As you can see in the example on your screens. So when to use relative path? When navigating interactively or when the exact location might vary. More convenient for day-to-day use and shorter to type. So these are more convenient for day-to-day use. The key difference. So what is the key difference between absolute path and relative path? An absolute path is like giving someone your complete street address, while a relative path is like saying go 2 blocks down and turn left from where you are now or turn right from where you are now. Both get you to the destination, but absolute paths work from anywhere, while relative paths depend on your starting point. All right. Now moving on to next common directory terms that you need to know. Current working directory. This represents where you are right now in the file system, and the dot symbol means current location. This dot, it is represented using the dot symbol. It's useful when you want to specify the current directory explicitly in commands. And then the other one is the parent directory. 2 dots. The directory one level above your current location. The 2 dots move you up one level in the hierarchy. You can chain them using dot dot slash and then so on, and it goes up 2 levels. Then home directory. Home directory, where your personal directory, home directory is actually your personal directory where your files are stored. In Linux, it's typically slash home slash username or slash users slash username. It is represented using like that. So often represented by a tile. Tile means a tilted slash in shortcuts. So these special symbols save you tremendous time when navigating. Instead of typing long absolute paths, you can use dot dot to go back or simply a single dot to reference current location, and you can use a tile to jump to your home directory instantly. Then basic commands to navigate directories. So actually you need to master these essential commands and then you will navigate like a pro. These are the fundamental tools for exploring and managing your file system from the command line. So here is one of them, which is PWD, means print working directory. It shows your current location in the directory structure. For example, you have example on your screens $pwd and then slash home slash user slash documents. Think of it as asking where am I? It prints the full path to your current directory. Then second is basic command is ls, which means list directory contents. So what it does, it lists files and folders in the current directory. For example, shown in your screen. Then what it does, it add flags like -l for details or -a for hidden files. or dash H for human readable sizes. Then we have CD, change directory, moves you to a different directory. For example, $CD, it moves you to slash home, slash username, and then slash documents. Change your current location to any directory using absolute or relative paths. So these three commands form the foundation of command line navigation. Practice them until they become second nature. PWD tells you where you are, LS shows what is around you, and CD takes you where you want to go. Then moving on to next, why the root directory matters. See, it is a foundation of everything. Why? Every single file and directory on your computer traces back to the root directory slash. It's the common ancestor that connects all your data in one organized structure. Then, system organization. So, critical system files live in directories like bin, etc, usr, while your personal files reside in home. Understanding this organization helps you find what you need quickly. Then, troubleshooting power. When things go wrong, knowing where to look in the directory hierarchy saves hours of time wastage, or you can say somewhere frustration. So, configuration files or log files and system settings all have predictable locations relative to root. Then, safe file management. It helps in safe file management. How? See, understanding the root structure prevents accidental damage. You will know which directories are safe to modify and which contain critical system files that shouldn't be changed without any caution. So, the root directory isn't just a technical concept, it's the map that makes sense of your entire file system. Once you understand this hierarchy, navigating becomes intuitive rather than confusing. Then we have simple directory operations. For you have examples. Once you are comfortable navigating, it's time to start managing directories. All right. So there are some essential operations for creating, removing, and exploring your file system. So the first one is creating directories. For example, we have an example shown on your screens where it is written mkdir new folder, then mkdir projects, and then path to deep folder. So the mkdir command creates new directories. Use dash p flag to create parent directories automatically. Then removing directories. So rmdir empty folder. Rmdir removes empty directories. Use rm, that means dash r, to delete directories with contents, but you need to be careful. Then moving up levels. Moving up levels. So use dot dot to go up one level, chain them to go up multiple levels, or tile to jump home instantly. Then detailed listing. You need to add flags to ls for more information. For detailing, dash l for details, dash a for hidden files, dash h for readable sizes. Then we have some common flags for ls. For example, dash L, which is long format with details. Then dash A, it shows hidden files. Dash H, it shows human readable sizes. Then dash T, it sort by modification time. And then dash R, reverse order. So there is a tip for you all. You need to combine flags like ls, la, or ls-lh for powerful listings. Use tab completion to avoid typos when typing directory names. Okay. Now, summary and what you need to follow in the next steps. So, we have root directory foundation. What we have studied so far, there is a foundation for you all for root directory. That means the root directory is the we all have understood till now that the root directory, which is represented by a slash, is the forward slash, is the foundation of your entire file system, and everything stems from that single point only. Then we have understood the hierarchical structure till now, which means directories organize files in a tree like structure with branches or subdirectories extending from the trunk or the root. Then we have studied navigation commands, which means we have master PWD, LS, and CD to explore and understand your file system. And then what we have studied till now, that practice builds confidence. That means the key to becoming comfortable is practice and navigate your system, explore different directories, and experiment safely. So now you understand the fundamental concepts of directory structure and navigation. To continue building your skills, you need to try some exercises. You can note it down. Number one, open your terminal and practice the three basic commands pwd, ls, and cd. Then navigate to your documents folder, then back to your home directory, and then to your root. You can also practice the use or usage of ls, pwd, and cd directories. Ls directory, like use ls-l to see detailed information about files in different directories. Practice using absolute versus relative paths to reach the same location. And then explore system directories like /bin, /etc. Don't modify anything right now. You just need to look. All right. And see, every expert was once a beginner. So you need to start, practice, and then you can be a pro. So the directory structure that seems complex now for you all will soon feel natural once you start practicing. Keep exploring. Don't be afraid to make mistakes in a safe environment. Each one teaches you something new. So this is your task that you need to practice, and then we will move to the next module. Till now, this module is that's all for this module. Thank you.